In iterative delivery, what we're trying to do is learn through each iteration. And this drives two specific things that we're going to look for in an organization that's delivering iteratively. The first thing is the length of that iteration determines how frequently we learn. The longer the iteration, the less frequently we are learning. The second thing that we're watching for is, are we actually taking the opportunity to learn? So as a leader, the first thing that I can do is really help teams or set the expectation that we want to hear that the teams are learning and making changes and understanding what's working and what's not. A second piece to that is that we want to make it safe for that team to learn and to perhaps make small mistakes and miss some commitment that they have made within an iteration. The key though is you don't wait for the big miss. You want the risk of small misses rather than the risk of a big miss. So that comes back into, you want to see that miss happening at every iteration level rather than close to some major release that you're working towards. So as leaders, we need to be contextually aware, situationally aware as well. So we can't simply tell everybody that we expect an iteration length of a certain amount or something like that. We've got to understand that in an environment where we have to learn very rapidly, we're trying out new technologies, we're a startup and we're trying to find the right business model, we're going to seek shorter iterations. And again, always emphasizing the learning. An iteration without the learning isn't an iteration. There are other contexts where you may need to have longer iterations. The most common context where you drive longer iterations is where you're integrating, for example, hardware development with software development, because the two have very different cycles of delivery. So you need to be aware of the context in understanding iterations. In general though, shorter is always better than longer. And the average, I would say, most organizations are chasing a 2-week iteration